A lot of people, they love referrals, they love reviews. That's awesome. And they think, well, I just do a good job and, you know, more people will call me, and that's probably somewhat true. But the challenge is that if you want to build a phenomenally successful business, casual referrals are not enough. You need a system. Understand that referral marketing is more powerful than paid ads. And even if you're doing paid ads, at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to turn those ads, turn those interactions, turn those transactions, turn that transaction into a relationship. And so part of your every part of your process and your sales process needs to begin in your intake forms and all that you need to be able to know where people are coming from. And then you need a referral source system, which is identify those referral sources that can be good referrals for you, how to identify those people. And once you get a number of them to start calling on, you can go really deep in a specific industry. I'm going to show you two industries today that I was able to go deep in because of this. Next, you want to start working on volume. And once you understand how to build these relationships, you need to be able to take that to the front of the room. We have a program called Presenting with Style. Dr. Robert Rome and I did a session on it, actually did a series on it not too long ago. And how do you share to a group of referral sources, right? And we talked about the different ways that you can do that. You can do lunches, you can do educational seminars and things like that. Today, what I want to talk to you about is joint ventures. And according to the dictionary, a joint venture is a temporary business association between two or more persons of or organizations for profit without forming a permanent partnership, corporation, or other business entity. Members of the joint venture maintain their own independence. And the truth is that most of these joint ventures are going to be temporary. But I've had joint ventures that have lasted 15 years and still have a good relationship with many of those people who are still in business. So I'm going to give you some examples. Okay. Now, I started out in the cleaning industry. As you guys know, I started my cleaning business out of the trunk of my car at the tender age of 23 years old. And I never owned a business. And I didn't even know how to clean carpet. But I had a guy who, sold me my equipment that showed me how to do it and mentored me and talked to me and everything. But I knew how to do one thing, and that is I did deliver the most phenomenal service experience ever. And the thing that I learned very quickly is that people will refer you and you can develop these referral sources. So here it is, 1984, started my business, and my dad and my stepmother were in the interior design business. And so they started referring me to people in flooring and other designers and people like that, and they started sending me referrals. How many of you know that when you're out there fishing and you start getting all these bites from this one fish? I'm not a fisherman, but I mean, I assume that this is correct, Like you're gonna go back to that spot, or you're like, man, the crop, the whatever it is you planted there, they're really growing in this spot, right? The soil is good here. You're going to focus there. I was like, man, there's something to this. Here's the funny part. I started my referral reward program because I was afraid that people would figure out I really didn't know what I was doing. I remember clearly this one guy saying, I don't think you know what you're doing. I said, yeah, but I'm figuring it out. And so little did he know that I would become a top consultant in that industry. And so I'm getting these referrals and I'm staying in touch with these people. Now I'm paying them. And of course, if you've gone through the referral marketing module, even though this is only 6 sessions, remember that you also have sessions from our phenomenal marketing systems. One of them being how to develop your referral reward process, right? And I did it all wrong. I sent people checks. Well, these checks didn't get cashed for a variety of different reasons. Like maybe it was a $10 check and somebody didn't care about it and they forgot about it and it ended up in a drawer somewhere. Maybe they're like, well, I don't want to take money from this guy and he's a nice guy. I don't want to feel obligated. Whatever. There's different reasons that people don't cash those certificates. I mean those checks. So I went to a certificate. So I invented the referral marketing certificate in the cleaning world. And so I got really good at calling on these referral sources. And so from literally day one, I was basically by referral only. I tried some marketing and some advertising, different things like that. I just never got the kind of results that I got from this. And I was calling this one place, it's called Carpet World back in the day. He had 11 stores, and this guy was on TV and everything. His personality's just bigger than life. And the kind of guy like they're on all their commercials and like everybody in the industry is like, oh yeah, this is the man. And he was kind of gruff. I didn't want to talk to him. So I'd go around to the stores and I was bringing the food to his salespeople, and they're referring me, and I'm paying them commissions. I'm sending them certificates, and I really didn't want to see him because he was, had a reputation being kind of gruff in business. And one day he calls me, Howard, this is Al Bodie. Yes, sir. Now remember, I'm like 25 years old at the time. This guy's probably, you know, my age today. Understand that my salespeople are now I had 11 stores. There's a lot of referrals coming in. Understand that my salespeople are sending jobs to you. Yes, sir. I understand that you're paying them for that. Yes, sir. I thought he was gonna be mad, like shut the whole thing down. I need you to come down here to my office and talk to me. Okay. So I go down to his office. I sit in his office chair at his desk, and he goes, "Look, our customers really like you, and I have an idea. Would you go out and clean for us? We collect the money and we just pay you once a week." I said, awesome. So obviously, actually, this is probably a little bit later on down the road. Maybe it was a couple of years into bit. So maybe I was 27. And because I had a couple of little pickup trucks, I think there was three of us, and I had, my little truck and the other two guys, they had a little truck. I think we had a couple trucks by then. And so we didn't have any markings on our truck. We didn't have any graphics on our trucks. So everybody used their own truck at the time. We just had like these little vinyl things. And he said, if you'll wear our logo and, go there on behalf of us, we'll get you a lot of business. We'll just sell it from right here in the store. I was like, man, that sounds great. So they just start sending us business. We slapped a vinyl sign on the side of the trucks. When we had a Carpet World job, we had Carpet World invoices, and they paid us. We turned all the invoices into the corporate store, and I got a nice big check every week. It was awesome for years. Eventually, he got overextended from spending too much money on advertising and too much rent on those nice stores. He went out of business, unfortunately. Another situation I had, there was this company called Flea, and they happened to use the same kind of equipment that we used. And at the time, we used this system where we sprinkled this powder on the floor. Imagine this: carpet dry cleaning. Okay. So we sprinkle this stuff that looks like sawdust on your carpet and work it in. It was kind of moist, and your carpet's dry. As soon as we're done, you can walk on it. And like, I was the world's greatest evangelist for that system, even though it had some limitations. And so somehow we did a job for them or whatever. And they're like, look, after we go and treat for fleas, we want you to come in and we want you guys to come in and clean. These guys had a lot of business. They had like 52 trucks. We could not keep up with the work for flea busters. Couldn't keep up with the work. They actually tried to buy me out, and I almost sold to them, which would have been very sad because you know what my goal was? Here was my goal. I'd like to have this kind of car and just do referral marketing every day. That's all I want. And I want to make whatever it was, 100 grand, whatever. He would have said done. But for some reason, by the grace of God, I didn't do that. They ended up selling that company, and they had some sort of patent on this product that uh, finally expired, and now other people can take it. So they sold it, they exited, whatever. But they were very smart people. He was a corporate guy, had a great relationship, made a lot of money. And then we had one other joint venture. We had a lot of still have a lot of referral partners in that industry to this day. And the company that I bought in Charleston, we're now developing all those referral relationships that we have there. Nobody's ever really nurtured those relationships. And this one started out as Buddy's Carpet. And me and Buddy were good friends. We were good buddies. And they ended up joining this group called My Floor in America. His son is very smart, and they ended up having several locations, everything. So we went out and did the cleaning for them for many, many years as well under their name. So that just gives you an idea. So I want you to be thinking about some referral partners that you already have and that could maybe go ahead and refer you to promote for you, not just be a referral source, but like literally they can promote you. And maybe you can promote them. Now, my challenge in this industry is that we don't have the opportunity to reciprocate, is we don't have as much opportunity to send them as much business as they can send us, right? And so don't just, automatically assume that you can reciprocate because you may not be able to. And so if somebody said, well, will you refer us? Absolutely. And what we would do is if we got a referral from Carpet World or Flea Busters or My Floor in America or any of our referral sources, when someone says, do you know where I can get flooring? We would say, we would look and say, how are you referred to us? I would recommend that you go back there. If they hadn't been referred by a flooring company or whatever, then we would, give them, three names, whatever. And but in their case, they're getting questions about cleaning every single day. So this is a company, this is an industry that can really promote you and support you. So, how do you set yourself apart in such a way that even when people know thousands of other coaches, thousands of other roofers, thousands of other whatever it is that you do, digital marketers, thousands of other accountants, thousands of other plumbers, thousands of other people that do what you do, how do you set yourself apart? Well, you start by just building that referral relationship. You don't know where it's going to go, but take it seriously.